Congratulations to all those who made it. I heard from many that the worst case prediction had come true. Well, that's okay. The real game actually begins in the counseling process. Today I'm going to brief you very roughly about the counseling process based on what I recall from last year. Two processes will take place simultaneously, your All India counseling and your state counseling. You may take part in one of these or both of these. That's totally up to you. First, your All India round 1 will take place. For this, you have to deposit 25,000 rupees, which you will be getting back within 6 months after the counseling is over. And then your state round 1 will take place. After this, your All India round 2 will take place. All the leftover seats will be returned to your state and your state round 2 will take place. This is followed by your state round 3. Here, if you get allotted a seat, you have to take admission compulsorily, or else a fine of 10 to 50 lakhs will be taken. This is followed by your mop-up or institutional rounds. Simultaneously, your deemed mop-up will be taking place. Now, to go into more detail, before All India round 1, you will be filling a preference form. Based on that, you will be allotted seats. You can take admission or not take it. No problem. Irrespective of whether you take admission in round 1, you can continue further into round 2. Then in state counseling, you will be allotted a seat. However, to continue further into state counseling, you have to take admission. So all those who had taken admission in AI round 1 will have to cancel that and then take admission in state round 1. If you don't, then you will be out of the counseling process. Now All India round 2 will take place. Here you can refill the preference form, and new applicants can also participate in All India counseling. In AIR1, those who had taken admission, they can also do something called claiming the seats. By claiming the seat, the same seat will be allotted to you in round 2. It won't be given to anyone else. If you don't take your allotted seat in round 2, then you will lose your deposit money. And if you do take the seat, then that will be used up as fees for your first year. Now all the leftover seats will be returned to your state, and the closing rank of state round 2 will be much lower than your state round 1. This is also the deciding round where you can decide whether you want to continue the counseling or whether you want to leave and start preparing for the next NEET or not. Because after this, when you continue to your round 3, you have to take admission compulsorily. Now there are people who weren't allotted a seat in round 1 or round 2 and they want to back out of the counseling. There is honestly no way for this. However, you could try mailing the authoritative body. For example, in Maharashtra, you can mail DMER before round 3 itself, and then you could express that you wish to not take part in the counseling further. Well, I'm not sure if this works or not, but you could try. Now, there are going to be people who take part in 2 state counselings, for example, Maharashtra and Karnataka. So, maybe in both the counselings, you are directly allotted a seat in round 3, and then over here, and then you could be in a confusion like whether which seat to take, or will you be fined or not. So, in such situation, you could again try mailing. I don't know if it works, but you could still try. I can only suggest you to be extra careful. You have to be extra careful while filling the preference form and only fill the choices that you want. And if you take part in 2 state counseling, then you have to be even more careful. As far as deemed mop-up is concerned, according to me, only those who weren't allotted a seat in round 1 and round 2 can actually take part in the mop-up round. All the best.